As you can probably see, I have a fairly decent sized workshop, but it's still an advantage to have your tools up and on mobile bases. I found there's definitely winners and losers when it comes to mobile workbases. I hope that you're not like me and have already made the mistake of buying these Rockler Workbench casters, because they are definitely in the loser category, and I'll show you why in a little bit. Here's doing it with your toe. That one's easy, but this one I can't really get my foot under there, so I have to do it by hand. Okay. Now this happens often too. See, this one went back down on its own, so you gotta come back down here. Do that one again. But going up's not so bad, but you have to go to each of the four corners and do it. Definitely not as smooth as my router table, homemade one. This is the other mobile workbench in my shop that I bought and I'm just totally unhappy with. It's clunky and there's no control going down, so you gotta just slams the tool in place. So after I'm done designing and showing you how to build the mobile workbench for the workbench to a smaller scale, I'll show you how you can do the same thing and make a much better mobile workbench for this tool as well. Got this from Menards. These are 4 non-locking casters. They're rated at 150 pounds each. And then 2 sets of pretty heavy duty but small hinges, and all this cost me $30.59. Right. So now I've ripped and cross-cut some pieces of Baltic birch to the size I want, just to the width of the table, and I chose to make them 8 inches wide. I don't know why, I just thought that sounded right. And I'm going to go ahead and mount the casters now, and I've decided to mount them 1 inch from the outer edge. Quarter-inch spacers underneath each leg, so that when I lower it, stays elevated 1/4 inch, because that's about how high I want the new lift to lift them off the ground. So now we're going to determine where the hinge goes, and to do that, flip this over, line it up where we want it. Then we're just going to draw our holes. Alright, I got my holes all marked here on both of them, so now I'm going to go ahead and mount the here, the cross member that you'll see right here. Put a screw in there. All right. All right, I got them all installed now, and I went ahead and pulled out all the 1/4 inch shims that were keeping it up. You can see now how it's going to work. All right, I put it back up on the shims. We're going to attach to here, like that, and then this one I'm going to attach over here. So we're just going to have to line it up. Well, that's pretty smooth. I'm really happy with that. Alright, I've taken a couple days now to think of a design for the latch here. And as you can see, I trimmed off the extra wood in that time, and I even lowered these about an 1/8 inch to give me a little more clearance when I lift it up off the ground. This is the design I came up with for the latch. I'm going to go ahead and build it and install it here, show you how to install it. But basically it's a French cleat design, and we're going to push down on this end to engage the cleat and install a cleat here, and then to release it you push down on this end and it's going to release the cleat. Pretty simple, easy design, so I'm going to go ahead and build that. Alright, so I removed the long cross member and cut a notch in there like I showed you, and I've cut out all the pieces, so we'll just go ahead and glue this up. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and let that dry, and once it is dry I'll go ahead and put some screws in there just for... I went ahead and reinstalled the long arm and along with the pedal, and you can see it seems to work pretty good, and it looks like it'll grab my cleat. And as you can see, it works really well. Press it on this side, disengage it. Press on this side, clicks in place. Works great. Well, here's the finished product, and as you can see, it's a lot better than what we started out with, and at a fraction of the price. So I hope that in watching this video, you realize that not only is it easy to make your own mobile workbench, but it's cheaper and oftentimes a lot better than what you can buy in the store. And finally, here's my solution to that other lousy mobile workbench I showed you. This is the Holmgren design. He's got a great video on his design, and I'll leave a link to that in the notes. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope that this video helped you to get your tools up and mobile in your workshop.